Hey, so I'm here on my third day in Singapore. I've spent a few just being lazy, and I'm going on adventures today. So today we're eating some crazy dessert, which I've forgotten the name for. We're gonna go buy me a cool bandana, and then we're gonna go visit the museum. So yeah, this will be a day of adventures in Singapore and an idea of things that you can do in Singapore when you're bored or have a day off or just want to explore. So to start things off with dessert, we're going to get some Tao Sa Pia. It's this little lotus red bean paste dessert thing, and they cost 70 cents each. Apparently this is the original, recommended to me by my friend Ben Wong. And this is the place where you get it from. Lung Fat. And they're just chilling here, making it all, and there's normally a big line at 4 PM, close to the end of the day. But yeah, it's amazing stuff. Here are some of the accolades of him, just being famous, and famous Singaporean celebrities having eaten here. So yeah, this is the real deal. I'll put the address in here, but yeah, so I had to go out of the way because there's big main road nearby, and I don't know if the auntie didn't hear me right or not, but she gave me way too many and undercharged me even, but I'm not gonna complain. So these are piping hot still, and they're so good. It's just I don't know, it's just buttery, crusty pastry with a really tasty mixture inside. Yeah, I have way too many, so either I have snacks all day or I'm going to give them out to people I meet. I guess that's a good way to meet friends, right? So there's a certain special type of bandana that I found ages ago. And it's of a shark wearing a bandana, riding another shark as a surfboard. And where else would you get something like that other than at Farrer Park's, Little India's, Mustafa Centre. So this is iconically Singaporean, also I've been told. It's a 24-hour shopping centre, and they sell everything, and it's sometimes at pretty good prices. You can buy a whole bunch of import gourmet chocolates for half the price that you normally would. So let's go and see if the bandana's still there. Okay, so this supermarket's so big, it stretches into another department store for another 40 lanes. It's a maze. So I found where they were, but none of them have the design I want. Oh, let's see what outrageously ridiculous ones we can get. So they didn't have the one I wanted. This was the best I could come up with. And this is the one thing you're never meant to do in Singapore. I left the home without an umbrella, and you can feel that it's starting to rain, so let's hope I don't get the wet dog look. So I'm feeling a little peckish now, and instead of, I'm in Little India, so I might as well eat here. So I'm going to check out MTR restaurant. I've been there once before, and it was pretty good, and yeah, a lot of people recommend it to go. It's the go-to place in Little India or something. Don't get the mango lassi, they're 5 Sing dollars. Whereas a curry is 1, so you end up doubling your bill if you end up getting a lassi or a drink. So yeah, just go in, just eat vegetarian curries, they're cheap, good food. And there it is, right on the corner. Yes, there you go, it's ranked number 1. So I'm gonna get masala dosa, badam halwa, and a lemon iced tea. Smells so good. So apparently this is the $4 dessert I ordered. Okay. It's kind of like a really rich, saucy paste. It's really tasty. Yeah. So as it turns out, NTL stands for something like Trevally, tra blah blah house, Trevally or something like that. I'll find it out. I'll find it. But yeah, like it's not as cheap as hawker centres because you're in a restaurant. But like 10-12 to set you back for a good main meal, a dessert, and a soft drink. So you know, that's pretty good. So we're here at the National Museum of Singapore and I wanted to come here because it looks like it has a bunch of really cool exhibitions, a lot about like national identity and the struggles that Singapore is going through or has gone through various phases of occupation or release of occupation. So hopefully it's cool, and there's like 100 museums in Singapore, so like remembering and figuring out which one and meeting people at them is a hellhole. But it's in a pretty cool building, so let's go check it out. There's a couple getting wedding photos up there. Isn't that cute? Well, this was a pleasant surprise. It's a $5 happy hour at the terraces, the Flutes Terraces at the museum from 3 p.m. till 7 p.m. So I think I have a cheeky beer before I start an exhibition. So my $5 beer ended up costing $6 because, you know, plus. And first up is the We Built a Nation. And I got in on my student card. Oh yes, half price. Birth of a Nation. We just visited that factory. That's so funny. So, in a world where big fish eat small fish and small fish eat shrimps, Singapore must become a poisonous shrimp. And that is why they have their NS. And that is why there are a bunch of funny looking houses everywhere, apartment blocks. It was an interesting exhibition, a bit heavy on the reading, not very captivating, but it was good to read about and learn. We're now in the 100 Years of History Singapore exhibition. Fancy as opium bed. Very sexy. And now to modern day Singapore. The GO station. National Museum of Singapore, check it out, especially if you're a student. If you have a student card, it's $5, easy. Spend the other $5 you would have spent on the happy hour beer. So we're here at Combat Durian and we're trying to pick our box before we eat it. So what they were telling me before is that there's lots of different types of durians and they come and go with fads with the season. And it affects their price as well and their flavouring as well and how strong they are. So I'm here with Mabel and she's helping me try to get the best durian for my value. So we have our gloves. We're here. And which durian did we get?
Mao Shang Wang.
We got Mao Shang Wang. Is there an English name for it, or?
No, it is what it is.
Okay, that is the English one.
It's a really yellow. It's really yellow flesh.
Yeah.
Compared to the other durians, it is no, and that's supposed to be good for its sweetness to indicate how sweet.
Oh, okay. So the yellower the sweeter.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, go for it.
Oh, oh.
This is durian.
Weird. It just like falls apart.
It does. So it's going to be creamy and soft.
Okay.
Alright.
Okay. Cheers.
Cheers.
Yeah, wow.
We have a winner! Oh, this is good. Of course, it's good.
It's like really sweet. And yeah, there's something about it that you're kind of like, a bit like custard almost, yeah. What is everyone talking about? This is good.
Yay!
It's, the best way to describe it would be fermented apple custard. You pick it up and it falls apart in your fingers, and then as you're eating it, it's all gooey and creamy and custardy. And some people get hints of caramel, like we got a really sweet one. And interesting as well, Mabel was just telling me the TCM kind of logic behind it is that it's very hot. So a lot of the times you'll be served with like mangosteen or maybe like a lychee to go with it, and that's got a cooling effect, so it like counteracted. So as she was eating it, she finished her second one, she started feeling like her nose and like her neck getting really hot. Yeah, which is a really cool way to kind of think about it, especially since I've just had the TCM course in Shanghai. And also, you're not meant to drink beer with it because it will have some sort of bad reaction, and some people say you'll die, others say you'll just have a bad reaction, so that's interesting as well. And finally, apparently, if you get it on your hands, on your fingers, if you weren't wearing the gloves, what you can do is put the salt water in the shell and then wash your hands in it. That's meant to get rid of all of the smell.
This is a not so common variety, new variety that came out.
Okay.
The flesh is a little reddish.
Yep.
And it supposedly is a lot milder and very sweet. If you think this is sweet, that's supposed to be sweeter.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So the red shrimp's meant to be sweeter and milder,
Yeah.
and it's a newer variety.
Yeah. And mind you, the name is only because the flesh is red. It's not that it has actual inside.
So pretty much that's what I've been up to in Singapore the past few days. And while Singapore might not be as wilderness or as magical, you might say, as some of the other countries in Southeast Asia, it definitely has a lot to give. You know, you have all the types of food. You have hawker centers, which I haven't seen anywhere else, and they're magical in themselves. You have all of the local delicacies, the durians. You have the museums. So yeah, if you're here for a weekend or a week, or you have a long layoff, get out, explore the city, eat some durian, eat some crazy desserts, go to a hawker center, have chicken rice. Come on, you've got to have chicken rice. Go to a museum, see a crazy exhibition, enjoy Gardens by the Bay. There's so much you can do here, and you really should. So this is the last stop before I'm home finally, and yeah, it's been a pleasure, so thank you very much, Singapore.